4th grade. High school. Teacher gets kicked out of the Zoom meeting for a minute. The kid with the laser always has his camera on. Well, I guess I'm in charge now. Teacher, the test isn't that confusing. The test. Teacher asking me a question thinking I was not paying attention. Me who actually knows the answer. Girls reviewing each other's essays. Why? Why would you do that? Boys reviewing each other's essays. My self-esteem. That one Kahoot game I won. Me enjoying my weekend. Your project is due tomorrow. When the cool teacher swears. When the strict teacher swears. Kid with hoodie. Teacher, you're a gangster now. Teachers when a kid is getting bullied. Teachers when the kid fights back. The apocalypse begins. My English teacher, we must use the power of knowledge to survive. My science teacher, science will save us. My math teacher, welcome to the kill count. The weird kid, the quiet kid, the lazy kid, the tired kid, the smart kid, the stupid kid. Failed group presentation. How it feels when you accidentally walk into the wrong class and everyone stares at you. Me who failed in test. That kid who copied from me. Not getting B's. Bad students. Good students. When the teacher uses your name in the example problem where you buy 57 watermelons. I'm Melon Lord. When the test has an easy question, but it seems too easy. History in 3rd grade. History in 8th grade. Students who memorize everything. Schools. Students who are good at problem solving. Students who are good at expressing their opinions, thoughts and feelings. Me mixes salt and water together without safety glasses. My science teacher, you're going to kill somebody. Needs 20 more words for essay. I am. Teacher, I need some strong boys to help me carrying these chairs. Me trying to impress the girls. Assistant principals. Actual principals. Nobody. Buildings in math tests. How my parents got to school. Walked a few blocks to the bus stop. How I get to school. To the computer. Teachers when student gets bullied. Hidden. Teachers when student wears hood. Detected. The instructions are unclear. I'll just go ask. Why the hell weren't you paying attention? Never again. Education system. Am I out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. When teacher asks who is presenting next. Colleges. You must pay $100,000 or you can't attend. Guy, but I can throw ball really far. Colleges. Give me the child. Me submitting my paper at 11:59 p.m. The teacher returning a grade at 12 a.m. Teacher turning around to see who made the joke. The class clown. You're given a complicated math problem. Things start to cancel out. Your answer is a whole number. Your answer is one of the options. Did you know? In order to play a role of an insane and mentally depressed person in the movie Joker, Joaquin Phoenix did a full semester of online classes. Me when I pass in front of the projector at school. Actual good students. Students who can throw ball far. High schools. A. B. C. Pythagoras. Square the F up. Thoughts? Teacher connects together a boy with his crush for a group project. Crush grows by looking at the teacher with sadness. Teacher. The Zoom lecture starts at 8, so I can stay in bed until 7:45. Actually I could join the lecture half an hour later. I could just read the lecture notes later and stay in bed for now. Facts. Your grades don't suck because you're bad at school. They suck because you aren't doing the work. The lesson on the teacher's computer. The teacher's copy of the worksheet. The student's copy of the worksheet. Me uses Wikipedia as a source. My teacher, it's wrong, all of it. Math is actually fun if you know what you are doing and the questions are not confusing. POV. You said something stupid while your mic was unmuted. POV. You're trying to finish an essay that's due in 1 hour because you decided that making that POV meme was more crucial to your life. English teachers giving instructions. English teacher when you don't use Times New Roman in size 12 font and double spaced. What gives people feelings of power, money, status, when you didn't study for an exam, but somehow still passed it? Me who tried to do the math homework on my own but failed. Algebra calculator. High school trying to win sports. High school coming up with COVID response plan. School is closed due to snow. Please enter a room call at 9:15. The teacher's copy. What they give us. When the professor opens a PowerPoint presentation and you see slide 1 of 249. When you're doing a really long maths question and everything starts cancelling out. Oh, yeah, it's all coming together. How do I get a job? How do I pay taxes? Schools, good question. Students who can't think of any more examples, etc. Me saying my internet connection was bad as an excuse for being late. The teacher right in front of me. Normal people, it's just dodgeball. Middle school kids. Students' mental health and will to study. Teachers who don't give us 5 assignments every day and don't require having cams on. 6th graders when I was in the 1st grade. 6th graders now. The teacher adding, and have fun to the homework assignment. Wanna hear about my day? The security guard in my school. Teacher who's yelling at me for wearing a hood. Me pointing out the kid who's asleep. The kid between us. The kid who's asleep. The teacher when she realizes that we were only interested in her outside life to get her to forget about the homework. You sly dog, you had me monologuing. My parents describing how hard going to school was. Me describing how hard going to school was to my kids. Math question on a test. Me skipping it. Using what you found from the previous question. Me and my school in a field trip. Another school meeting my school during a field trip. Me. My teacher. Giving more homework as a punishment won't make the children do their homework. My friends coming home from school. Me who stayed home because I'm sick and going to McDonald's with my mom. Is 5 a lot? Depends on the context. Hours of gaming? No. Minutes of study? Yes. When you're taking your science final and you don't see any questions about what the mitochondria is. Years of academy training wasted. What we do in real life. It's a silo. What school wants us to do? I wonder how I can calculate the capacity. Teachers in other schools. My school. Me who now has to attend online classes. My FBI agent who now has to attend online classes with me. When you suck at English, but you manage to get an A for your finals. Life is good, but it can be gooder. Did you get good grades? No, but I don't care. My 8-year-old brother thinking that he's an expert at math. Me about to ask him what is 10 minus 20, knowing that he hasn't learned about negative numbers yet. Elementary school. Middle school. High school. College. Yeah, my students are doing virtual learning, so I'm assigning more assignments and projects to do each week. They're home more often, so that just means they have more time to work right. Girl, shown 0.01% of shoulder. Schools, if that's not illegal, it certainly should be. When you graduate, but cheated on every exam. Me turning in my essay, a polished ball of dirt. Teacher punishes class for being loud. The students who were actually behaving. Front office calls. Teacher, yeah, I'll send him down. Students, he could be any one of us. When you look at the clock in class and only 5 minutes have passed since lesson began. For me it was 5 hours. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.